Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the theater of tragedy that is Old Trafford, this time featuring Marcus Rashford's emotional see-out tour, directed under Ruben Amorim's reign. That's right. No more Ten Hag remixes. Amorim's here, and Rashford's reportedly off to Barcelona, which is perfect. If you're gonna leave, might as well go where they play tiki-taka and don't check your medical notes for tequila stains. 1. Amorim's squad cleanse. If you're not vibing, you're moving. New boss, new rules. Ruben Amorim gave Rashford and others the training table after hours special, basically an invitation to enjoy the Carrington Cafe solo. Amorim's message was clear: if your training looks like a midweek pub crawl, best to stay home. Rashford reportedly trained on his own Think Club legend meets solo gym session. No manager contact. Very exclusive. It's like being told to attend a wedding reception 5 hours late. Sure, come, but don't expect to cut the cake. Sources say Rashford was allowed to report after the main squad had finished training, which is basically the football version of Walk of Shame, but with shin guards. It's the kind of exile where you're technically still part of the team, but also not invited to any of the group chats. Even the vending machine doesn't say hi anymore. 2. Spanish sun over Manchester gloom. Rashford's summer move to Barcelona is pure narrative gold. From United's freefall under Amorim to La Liga's sunny shores, wages intact. Barcelona taking on Rashford's full wage is basically generosity meets desperation, like adopting your nephew and then forgetting his birthday. In Manchester, he was the academy's heroes. In Barca, he's just another forward who might actually play. Spa day in Catalonia beats cryotherapy in Manchester, just saying. Barcelona is offering Rashford a chance to rediscover his smile, or at least to lose fewer games with prettier football. And let's be honest, even if he doesn't score, he'll still look better missing chances under Mediterranean light than under Manchester rain and fan tears. It's less redemption arc and more Instagram soft reboot with tapas. £325,000 a week. Financial footnote or comedy sketch. United shake off the £325,000 a week salary like a wet dog. Shakes off, lots of fluff, some mess, but easier to clean if you send it to Spain. That wage could have bought United 3 backup right-backs and still leave pocket change for a fax machine. Amorim probably whispered, "We love him, but not that much." Loaning him out is like renting your ex's expensive car. You want the payments gone, but you're still jealous when they drive off. To put it in context, Rashford was earning more than Barcelona's entire bench and 2 stadium janitors combined. For that price, they expected goals, assists, and maybe a cure for La Liga's financial crisis. Instead, they got 4 goals at Villa and a club legend who's now being shipped around like high-end luggage no one wants to carry. 4. Redemption tour. Short, sweet, slightly underwhelming. Rashford's Villa stint, 4 goals in 17 games, sparked headlines like he's back, but mostly felt like mild interest. Fans were treating him like the Messiah after he scored against Tottenham. Then he scored only 3 more times. The reveal? He is human. A redemption arc that's more mini-docs than epic trilogy. Redemption arcs at Villa, the football equivalent of a cameo in a mid-season soap. Villa Park tried to sell it like a rebooted superhero origin story, but the costume didn't quite fit. Rashford's runs were promising, his effort commendable, but the crowd often clapped more out of hope than impact. It was less reborn striker and more guy doing just enough to avoid a 5/10 in the post-match ratings. 5. FA Cup tears. Relief, not glory. Remember the 2024 FA Cup final? Rashford weeping after the win over City wasn't pure joy, it was exhaustion. The most dramatic "thank God that's over" cry in football. Tears after a win that felt more like survival. If he'd said, "I'm glad that circus is done," no one would have blamed him. His emotional release said, "Bye-bye media spotlight, you've been brutal." It was less, "We won," and more, "Please let someone else deal with this." Even the post-match confetti seemed unsure whether to celebrate or stage an intervention. Rashford's tears weren't for lifting silverware, they were for dropping the emotional backpack filled with expectations, Twitter criticism, and tactical whiplash. It was the cry of a man who just finished binge-watching his own football career and needed a nap. 6. Missed training. Missed calls. The infamous partying then sick note scandal. To modern professionalism, what a VCR is to streaming. Rashford partied Wednesday, Thursday, and went sick Friday. Meanwhile, the club was like sick with what? The flu or regrets? This saga is basically a justice system documentary waiting to happen. Professionalism level. My alarm didn't go off, but the hangover did. The whole situation played out like a badly written sitcom. Club calls player doesn't answer. Club checks social media, sees him doing the worm at 2 a.m. with sunglasses on indoors. Then Monday rolls around and Rashford walks in like nothing happened, probably with a Gatorade and sunglasses still on, ready to focus on the next game. 7. The weight of a legacy he didn't ask for. Growing up as local hero and free school meals ambassador while being scored on every week. Yikes. It's like juggling legacy, charity, performance, all while people expect goats. He was expected to feed kids, score goals, and always be smiling. Like a 3-for-1 sale on expectations. Inconsistent on the pitch? Cue outrage, as if he'd murdered Sir Matt Busby himself. Legacy burdens, heavier than United's debt. Rashford wasn't just playing football, he was cosplaying as the spirit of Manchester while carrying the guilt of every failed corner kick since 2015. One week he's a hero feeding school children. The next he's trending on X because he didn't track back in the 78th minute. That's not a football career, it's emotional CrossFit. 8. The traditional red farewell. Not supposed to happen. Rashford was supposed to be another Giggs or Scholes. Lifelong red, Jonesy cameo. Testimonial, grey beard, Hall of Fame. Instead, he gets Barcelona, heartbreak, and an uncertain next season. United legends normally ride bikes home, retire at 35, then coach up the next generation. Rashford rides a plane to Barca at 27. Instead of fading out in a testimonial, he's fading out on memes. It's like buying a VIP ticket and being told the event's been cancelled. It's the kind of farewell that feels less like a statue unveiling and more like a soft exit from a group project. No fireworks, no Ferguson handshake, just a quiet loan agreement with salary conditions, and a polite thanks for everything buried in the club's app notifications. Giggs got a mural, Rashford got a hyperlink. 9. The sequel clause, see you next summer. Budget plot twist. If Barcelona doesn't buy, Rashford returns next summer. Cue even more drama, and a possible welcome back, maybe campaign. He still has 2 years left on his deal. So next summer we might get the comeback tour Confusion Lives. United spin, he's back to fight for a place. Translation, we couldn't sell him. It's like your ex texting let's be friends, but you still have to lend them money. Imagine the Carrington reunion tour, Rashford walking in with his Barcelona tan, Amorim pretending nothing happened, and the press officer drafting a headline like fresh start from Marcus's while quietly updating the transfer list again. It's not a football transfer, it's a boomerang with direct deposit. Closing thoughts. Rashford, red, or Blaugrana? So is this Rashford's real goodbye? Under Amorim's regime, it just feels like another chaotic episode in United's ongoing campus drama. Share your verdict. Emotional farewell, smart career move, or just plain messy? Smash like if you fact-checked and realized Ten Hag is not the coach anymore. Hit subscribe for more football squad therapy. And comment your wildest Rashford plot twist. Remember, in football, the only constant is uncertainty. And the next story you didn't see coming.